serious British standard.
A year ago, the possibility that we'd ever see anything like this picture seemed more remote than Neil Armstrong's first footstep on the moon. Mr. Nixon deserves credit for a masterstroke that is both opportune and statesmanlike.
We knew that we were at a watershed event in human history. If it had not been undertaken, and if China had been forced back under the Soviet umbrella, the geopolitical relationship and balance in the world would be almost hopelessly against us at this time.
The question of what city gets the gift panda bears from mainland China has been settled. President and Mrs. Nixon decided today they should be displayed in the Washington Zoo.
Just checking to see how the panda thing went. I've been in a meeting, and so I wasn't able to
they
check.
were just darling.
Did
They raved about them.
how did it work? Were you able to get up to them? Do you pet them or things like that, or they don't allow that, or how does it
No,
work?
they're glass cage.
Yeah. Mhm. But did they get a good picture of it, I hope?
Boy, it was well covered.
Good.
She was called Plastic Pat because she was my wife. The people that give that kind of image are basically the women reporters. And, we talk about men reporters, but the women reporters are more bitchy than the men.
You're very hard on female reporters, Mr. President.
Oh, I'm hard on all reporters, but only in a friendly way.
I would like to broaden the subject, Mr. President. There are the problems of drugs, of disaffection with the war, of general alienation. What do you see as the greatest problem facing the American family today?
Well, you put your finger, of course, on two problems, but I think they tend to be more symptoms than causes. I think the fundamental cause must be a sense of insecurity, a sense of insecurity that comes from the old values being torn away.
Homosexuality, immorality generally, these are the enemies of strong societies. God damn it, we have got to stand up to these people. I do not mind the homosexuality, I understand it. Nevertheless, the point that I make is that, God damn it, I do not think that you glorify homosexuality any more than you glorify whores. Now, we all have weaknesses and so forth and so on, but God damn it, what do you think that does to kids? You know what happened to the Greeks? Homosexuality destroyed them. Sure, Aristotle was a homo, we all know that, so was Socrates. You know what happened to the Romans? The last 6 Roman emperors were fags. You know what happened to the popes? Popes were laying the nuns. That's been going on for years, centuries. But when the popes, when the Catholic Church went to hell, it was homosexual, and finally had to be cleaned out.
All right.
So my name is Mike.
Mike, let me guess.